At Arizona State University, we're bringing world-class education from our globally acclaimed faculty to you. Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Learn more at asuonline.asu.edu.
Okay, welcome to the deep dive. We're looking at a bunch of sources you shared, all pointing towards, well, one specific thing. Love Island USA Season 7.
That's right.
And our job today, really, is to dive into this stuff, pull out the key bits, and figure out what questions were really top of mind for people, maybe like you, trying to watch the new season.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, it's pretty crystal clear right off the bat. Your sources really zero in on the practical stuff, the absolute, like, where, when, and how to watch.
Yeah, and that itself is pretty telling, isn't it? The sheer number of questions just about accessing the show tells you a lot about audience priorities right at the start.
Before even getting into the drama or the cast.
Exactly. It wasn't about the Islanders yet, not really. It was just, how do I see this? Yeah. Securing that viewing spot was paramount.
Okay, so let's unpack that. Let's start with the where. Based on everything you gave us, what was the main place, the sort of undisputed hub for 37?
Well, what's really interesting here, and it's a super clear insight from your sources, is how everyone seemed to land on one place, Peacock.
Right.
We saw searches like just Peacock, Peacock TV, but also more specific things like where to watch Love Island, is he a Season 7 on Peacock? And even just, how to watch Love Island on Peacock.
So it wasn't really ambiguous in people's minds.
No, it really seems like Peacock was kind of the expected destination for this season. That name just kept coming up.
Okay, Peacock's the main stage. Did your sources give any clues about how people were trying to watch on Peacock? Like, were they looking for specific deals or ways in?
Oh, absolutely. The fact that terms like Peacock free trial showed up suggests viewers were actively looking for access points, maybe easy ways in, or introductory offers, just jump right in.
Makes sense.
And then there was this other layer, a real focus on the way they wanted to watch. Searches like, watch Love Island USA live on Peacock, or is Love Island live on Peacock?
Yeah, interesting. The live aspect.
Yeah. It really highlights that even with streaming, where you can watch anytime, there's still this strong pull towards the real-time shared experience, especially for a show like this that, well, it blows up online daily.
That's a really good point, kind of bringing that old appointment TV vibe to streaming. So, okay, people figure out where Peacock. The very next big hurdle, and it's all over your sources, was when. What did the material show us about timing?
Oh, the timing questions were huge. Just the sheer volume tells you how crucial this was. Your sources are packed with questions about the start date itself. When does Love Island USA start 2025? When does Love Island Season 7 start? People looking for the specific season premiere date, or just when does the new season come out?
And for a show like Love Island, it's not just the first day, is it? It's the daily rhythm that matters.
Exactly right. And the queries really drill down into that daily schedule. Things like, what time does Love Island USA air? What time is Love Island USA on Peacock? Specifically asking about the Love Island premiere time. Or even just the simple, what time is Love Island on tonight?
People needed to know the exact moment.
Desperately, it seems. And there was also a lot of interest in, like, the episode drop schedule. When do Love Island episodes come out? When do Love Island episodes drop daily? And more general stuff about the Love Island schedule, or what days does Love Island air?
Got it.
We even saw things like, when does Love Island USA start 2025 Central Time? Which shows people were trying to pin it down for their specific time zone. Just underlines that need for super precise, reliable info.
Okay, this is where, for me, it gets really interesting. Because the story your sources tell isn't just about finding the show successfully. It's also about when it wasn't there.
Yeah.
There's a really noticeable theme around delays.
Yeah, this wasn't just like one or two people wondering. The number of questions about delays in your sources, that's a pretty significant insight into what the viewer experience was actually like for some. We saw really explicit searches. Why is Love Island Season 7 not on Peacock? Why is Love Island delayed tonight? And then more general terms like Love Island Season 7 delay, or simply Love Island delayed.
So people were hitting a wall.
It strongly suggests they were. They expected it, it wasn't there, and they immediately went online to find out why. It really shows how critical that timely, reliable delivery is for a show that moves so fast day to day, and how frustrating those interruptions must have been.
So not just planning, but like active troubleshooting. Okay, so Peacock was dominant, but did your sources hint at any other places people might have been looking, even secondary ones?
Well, Peacock was definitely king, but there was a mention of Bravo Love Island. Now, the sources you provided didn't really give context on whether that meant airing there or being talked about there or, something else entirely.
A bit vague then.
A bit vague, yeah.
Yeah.
But more generally, you still saw searches like, where is Love Island streaming? Or what channel is Love Island on? And just where to watch Love Island. It shows some viewers were maybe still casting a wider net, trying to pin down the right platform in the, let's face it, sometimes confusing streaming world.
True.
And we also saw searches focusing right on the start, like Love Island Season 7, Episode 1, and Love Island USA Season 7, Episode 2.
Okay. And what about people? Your sources actually dropped some names, even in these very practical how-to-watch searches. Who came up?
Yeah, that was interesting. The names mentioned were Ariana Medicus, Huda Love Island, Austin Love Island Season 7, Jeremiah Love Island, Olandria Love Island, Taylor Love Island, and Bella Love Island.
Okay, quite a few.
Right. Now, your sources didn't say why these names, like who they are or their role, but the fact these specific names were popping up in searches about how and when to watch, that's kind of fascinating.
What does that suggest, do you think?
Well, it suggests these individuals might have already had some kind of preseason buzz or, prominence, enough that people were already connecting their names directly with the act of finding and watching the new season itself.
Interesting. So even before day one, certain names were linked to just tuning in. Okay, so beyond the TV screen or the streaming app, where else were viewers engaging, according to your sources?
Your sources specifically mentioned Love Island USA Season 7 on Twitter and Love Island USA Season 7 Reddit.
Ah, the social side.
Exactly. And that's another key insight, right? Watching is only half the battle, or half the fun, maybe.
Yeah.
The audience is clearly heading straight to social media to discuss, react, find community, even while they might still be figuring out the basic viewing logistics. It's all happening at once.
Okay.
So, you pull all these threads together from the sources you provided, you get this really clear snapshot.
Yeah.
The viewer's immediate challenge, their top priorities right at the start of the season. It's like a mad dash.
A sprint, yeah.
A sprint to find the main platform, which is overwhelmingly Peacock, according to your sources. Then nail down the exact time, the schedule. And finally, troubleshoot any hiccups like those delays we saw mentioned so often. This intense focus purely on access really underscores how vital that seamless, reliable delivery is, especially for keeping audiences hooked on a show that really thrives on being consumed daily and talked about constantly online.
Right. So that really brings our deep dive into your source material here to a close. The key takeaways seem pretty straightforward, don't they?
I think so.
Peacock was clearly the platform people were focused on finding. Getting that precise timing and schedule information was incredibly important to them.
Absolute critical.
And that significant number of searches about delays. It tells a story about viewer expectations and, well, the friction that happens when immediate access isn't quite immediate.
Yeah, it's like a practical guide to the viewer's immediate concerns, drawn straight from the questions they were typing into search engines.
Totally. And it kind of makes you wonder, doesn't it? Seeing all this effort people put in just to figure out the basic where and when. Does this intense focus on just accessing a popular show like this, does it reveal something, maybe something deeper about our modern viewing habits? Or maybe about the relationship we have with these shows we feel we have to watch right away? Or is it just about the sometimes messy reality of navigating, the whole streaming landscape today? Something for you to chew on.